Peace, y'all. Hey, I'm Ivory. I'm back, and it's time to eat again, y'all. So today, I wanted some more noodles, y'all. And this is the third time, the third pack that I told you about yesterday. This one is called Army Stew. And it did come with a seasoning pack, but it also comes with this right here. I think this is the one that has all of this up in there. And y'all know I don't really like the flakes. I had mentioned that yesterday. I'd rather have my own veggies. So I brought the Brussels sprouts, asparagus, and spinach from yesterday. I also brought... Ooh, y'all, look. I also warmed this up. This was the third pita milk from yesterday. And the rest of the chicken, I put some little curry powder up there when I reheated it. So, y'all, I pretty much just, you know, I was hungry, so I threw something together. But it's early. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon. I have the same wine, the Purple Rain. And, y'all, for me, with juicy wines, like, when you keep them for too long, like over a week, they start to get, like, kind of sour a little bit from putting it in and out of the refrigerator. So it gets from room temperature to cold to room temperature over and over. And then you keep reopening and opening. And the fruity ones, like the fruitiest wines, they start to taste a little different. So I don't know how long I've had this at this point. But I figured I'd have a little bit with the noodles. And I don't want them to get cold, so cheers, y'all. And then I reckon we'll get started. It is good though, I can't lie. This is good. This is good. And I got B over here, y'all. Because it's good with the pita milk. I tasted it yesterday. So y'all, I got this military jacket from the flea market in Sanderson, Florida, a couple years ago. And being out here in North Carolina, I'm not just wearing it for style, okay? It's cold out here. But I feel like, you know, why not wear it for my little military mukbang, my military stew mukbang. And I did have cadet military training when I was a teenager, from freshman year through 12th grade year in high school. And I was supposed to join the army, but we had the war on Iraq going on. And really, y'all, I just wanted to go to school. I just wanted to go to college. I couldn't risk the military being in control of my schooling. So I just said, y'all, I'm good on y'all. But the cadet training, like to go every summer to Fort Bragg, and I think it's in Fayetteville. And we spent 2 weeks in the barracks at Fort Bragg every summer. And then the plan is senior year, you know, after you graduate, you're supposed to sign and actually join. After having so much preparation, you join and you get to skip a couple of ranks because you already had the cadet training. So I did all that just to tell them people, no, I'm good. And I was in the Army Junior ROTC. But y'all, listen. I felt like I was about to sign my life and soul over. I said, I can't do this. It's too much of a commitment. And y'all, one of the guys who I used to date, I'm gonna call him Cashew. He was in the military. He was in the Air Force. And unlike me, who said, you know, I'm not finna waste these people's time and I don't want them to waste mine. So I didn't join at all. See, he joined and then he dropped out. Yeah. Now the back of the bag said that it only had fish flavoring. Maybe this is the taste of fish that I'm getting, but it's just a little different. And I remember the MRI. Wait, is it? The MREs. The MREs from back in the day, like the little, they're meals that come in packs. And it does like a little science thing to create boiling water. When you mix this with that and stir the solution on the side, like you can create literally a little bowl of boiling water in those military packs, the MRE meals. And some of them would be good, y'all. Some of them would be good. And honestly, I don't know if it was the real military way, like the same for the adults as the way they treated us as the cadets. But y'all, they will make us eat their food. Like, it's like, look, if you was in the desert, if you was into this, if you was, it's like, look, I think I might be okay for a day. Y'all, they did not take it easy on us. They like, you gonna eat this food. You gonna get this nutrient so that you can win this battle, okay? And I'm exaggerating, but I just know that, like, now I'm a big age. I'm in my early 30s. And y'all, that cadet training as a child, it really did shape me. Like, I feel like I didn't really need to join the military. The values, the core values of the Army, they stuck with me through life. Like, certain disciplines, it never, like, I never outgrew it. Even certain things as far as etiquette, I learned from my major in ROTC. He was taking me to the balls and to the tea parties. That man helped me to figure out how to be a lady by making us all go to those little things. Like, it seemed like it was just, you know, these military men rough, spitting in your face. All of that really does happen. But in the midst of that, they really still teach us things. So he might have thought he was punishing us by making us do all that, but that, I appreciate it. I do. It's a little spicy. The only thing I will say about them, like, that I didn't appreciate, for real, y'all, it just hit me for real. I'm giving him, like, this praise right now in a military way, but for real, y'all, when I went to him my senior year and I told him that I had slept with the sergeant, he acted like he was deaf. Hold on, y'all, let me explain. So, I was the battalion commander my 12th grade year. That's the highest rank. And y'all, I worked hard for that thing too. I moved up each semester, like throughout the time from freshman year through the end of junior year, and that summer camp in at Fort Bragg my junior year. By the time that was over with, my major was like, oh yeah, you the one. But it's more than just the teachers of the ROTC who choose for who's gonna be the commander. Like, everybody, like, you kind of have to gain that. So I was really proud to be the battalion commander. But listen, y'all, so I had a cadet who was hurt. It was a girl who was in Duke Hospital, It was a few cities away from where we were. So my major was like, look, when you have a cadet that's hurt, regardless of why, I can't even remember why the girl was hurt, but he was like, you go and you see about them. So we went to the hospital, but we drove there, and it was because it was a few cities over, it took a while to get there. And I need to pour my water. So we talked the whole way there. We saw the girl, the cadet at Duke Hospital, and we sat with her. I can't remember how long. I think we might have gotten her some food or got us all food and ate, and then we came back. On the way back, we still kept talking and talking and talking, and y'all, I felt, y'all, I think honestly, I felt like he was like my daddy. In that moment, I felt like I was venting to my father. And I was telling him, I was trying to tell him, like, look, Sergeant such and such gave me $400 and I slept with him. I was 18 years old, y'all. And a major is higher than a sergeant. So major was in charge, okay? And the sergeant, he was actually a preacher at the same time. And I dated his son when I was 14. Like, it was just so messy. But either way, y'all riding in cars with teachers. Mm. Y'all, I slept with Sergeant such and such. Ooh. Let me slow it down because I don't want to slip no names on this one now. I slept with him. He was having troubles in his marriage. He was a preacher. But it was like the church was, I don't know, y'all. It was real janky. Everything about this sergeant was janky. To the point where it's like, you overweight, you older, you're trying to relive your glory days. Like he lost his sauce, y'all. So in his older age, I think he probably was in his 50s because he did have gray hair, the gray mustache. Not fully gray, but gray enough for me to know, like, you're older. Honestly, y'all, I wanted the money because I was fit to go to school. And I wanted to buy myself things that I needed. And he wasn't the only military, y'all, god doggone it. I'ma just let I'ma let the other ones live for right now. But either way, like, this was a real thing. Like, they were preying on us. And there's not a lot of girls in ROTC, at least when I was in school. It was mostly guys. So it made the girls, you know, they felt like they had to show us to be a little rougher so that we didn't get trampled over by the guys. But really, we ended up just getting closer and closer and closer to the adult men. Because they would have to do, like, I can't explain it in deep detail. I don't even think it's necessary. But that getting in your face, spitting in your face thing is real. In the way that they have to get close with you to make an imprint on your mind. It's really a mental thing. But because we kids, we really teenagers, y'all. So they are serious about it, you know. But at the same time, y'all, they riding in cars with teachers. I did do what I did with the sergeant, but when I told Major, and it's crazy, y'all, this is what he did. We had just gotten back into the town, the city where I went to high school, and where he was dropping me off at my house. And my mama, y'all, I told y'all that she was gone in high school and in elementary school, so she's oblivious to all of this. So he's dropping me off after going to see the girl, but we getting closer to my house. Before we start to get out to where I guess where the exit would be to go off to where my house was, there's an ATM machine right there. So now I'm thinking, okay, we getting closer to my house. He stopped at the ATM like he does for a lot of us, y'all. It wasn't just a me thing. Hold on, y'all. Hey, I'm recording, but I'm gonna call you right back, okay? All right. Sorry, y'all. So it wasn't just a me thing.
As for immunity,
come on, Storm. All right, immunity. They would give us money a lot, the guys and the girl cadets. So that didn't really make me feel a weight about Major. Major was never inappropriate with me. Never. He valued his Hawaiian wife. My Major, he was a black man with a bald head. Very, very attractive. Perfect smile. Perfect smile. And I believe those was his real teeth. He had a Hawaiian wife who was very, very heavy set. Y'all, this fool been on my face the whole time. He had a wife who was heavy set, but she was Hawaiian. And y'all, he would show her off. He showed her off all the time. And y'all used to be like, oh, okay. But anyway, so he loved her. He was never inappropriate with me, and I've never seen him be inappropriate with any other cadets. But Sergeant, he would like to touch the small of your back whenever he could, steal a feel. And it would always be in a way that, y'all, they were so nice with us that it blended in with the everything else. So let me get back to the ATM machine. I stopped at the ATM machine. So he stopped at the ATM machine. So after he gives me the money, it's about time now to take that exit off to where my house would be. And I'm like, Major, I gotta tell you something. And he would always call us things like sunshine, beloved, like just, kind in terms of endearment. And I was like, I slept with Sergeant. He stopped like the vehicle, looked at me. He looked at me and then he smiled. Then he put the car in drive and he kept on going. He made sure that he was like, you got the money, like you got what do you need anything else? Is there anything else you need? Do you need something at the house? But Major always did that with the cadets. I don't deem that inappropriate. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but it's a very dangerous game to play, y'all. Just be careful with your kids and these teachers. Because honestly, y'all, when I think back in my teenage mind, I truly I couldn't fully interpret how those things were wrong. Because I respected those men. It was the sergeant and the major. And I knew them from freshman year all the way to senior year. And Major came in the middle of freshman year after the other guy retired. So when we met him, it was just like, he was new and we were new. So it was a real bond that we had with Major. But Sergeant, he had been there 30 years. And he knew too that I had been with his son back in the day. My sister used to sing in the chorus with his daughter. Y'all, shame on you, Sergeant. It makes me feel a little bit eerie right now. Because I feel like I was really a little bit slow. And they would call me a dumb blonde when I was a teenager. Because I was a little bit ditzy. And just because my mama is a mixie don't mean that I gotta be a dumb blonde. They would say that to me and my sister. They would call us white girls. Either way, y'all, the point is, I don't think I realized the urgency of the situation, only because even after I told Major, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't even say anything. He literally didn't say one word about me telling him that I slept with the sergeant. He didn't say one word, y'all.